21st century poetic licensed poems from the heart by Robert P. Fitton. People. The greatest. The kid came into town, cocky and brash, punching holes in the air. He challenged them all in a continual tirade, 210 pounds. The kid, 8-1 on the bear. He had scowling, growling eyes. A mauler. He stood face to face with the kid. He was mean, and he meant to pummel and smash the kid to the canvas floor. The kid, he jabbed, a stunning left jab. He wore the mauler, wore him down, cut his face in the scalp. The kid. He could not be caught as he danced around the ring. The rounds went by and they blinded his eyes, but he crossed and counter-punched with a flailing uppercut, and when they called for the 7th round, the bear sat on a wooden stool. He never came out, and the kid was the champion of the world. That's the way it is. As the winch approaches across the winnowing bay, solo, he tacks the sunset sail in a masterful way. The rising moon, a place where men have been, sits over the bay as an ever-present friend. He loves the sea. He loves the stars. He loves to tell the story all over again. The water is smoother close to the land. A slender spirit is silhouetted in the twilight sand. He brings her around and salutes from his ship. A quick nod, a hearty grin and tightened grip. Old friends move along the garnished ocean edge. Vox populi. Vox populi. That's the way it is. The mighty cosmos. Red-tailed jets streak silver across the cosmic night. They dice the half-sliced, cratered winter moon. A cold breath signals something is not right. CNN reports you've gone away too soon. Behold the unimaginable, remarkable heavenly sights. Nebulae swirling into bottomless galactic hues. You shared, you taught the paradoxical human plight, reaching, clawing, grasping for the simple truth, and what of your exacting, unbending scientific creed? As you circle Jupiter, Io, and Ganymede in wonderment, rapture, and awe, a billion suns shining so close. Astonished, chagrined, and humbled by the mighty cosmos. The requiem for Mr. Rodman. Paratrooper leaping into the night. The hungry mongrel cuts and bites, churns and shapes and types the written words just right. This devouring craft is trapped within a torrid, lurid, selfish zone. No antidote or Purple Heart awarded for those infected by the incessant solitary tone. Barbagal daily grinded tons of flour above the river's course. Cams and gears and millstones spun by an irrepressible water force. 'Tis a rare linguistic clarity that punctuates a focused prosaic blend of Java brew inside the silver Farnsworth tube, unraveling precisely to the end. This is a requiem for Mr. Rodman, who submitted with temerity and dexterity for eternal approval. With tenacity, sincerity, and a hard-fought valediction, I above frozen Cayuga, alone, not just approving, but wrapped in silent, humble admiration. The 44th bumbling bluster, welcome, one and all. Clifford Van Dyke had a terrible night crossing the Milky Way in a yellow silk-lined kite. It was a nasty sight for Clifford Van Dyke to bounce like a pinball off the planets and stars where constellations cracked as he entered the magnetic nebula. The silk-lined kite was apprehended from a rabid Himalayan hungry dog, who sold his kite for a brass key and a peanut butter sandwich. What would Dr. Franklin say when they took it away? Sans reasoned algorithms and electronic proofs. Plato would upchucked outside the sea-bound Samos cave, when Clifford Van Dyke and Marshall Dillon spun in on a motorbike. They shot up the inner and outer cave shadows and then stole the London Bridge. And it was all reported on CNN. I do solemnly swear, said Clifford Van Dyke, I will not leave carbon monoxide on Mars. I'll do my best to blast the yachts from Saturn's rings and snatch the witch's broom from Salem's used car lot. Therefore I am in the middle of an anagram. On the road not taken ever even with a silk-lined kite. Where has my little bell gone? It rang once on Sigma Draconis when the galaxy made a single revolution. Clifford Van Dyke drank a radical potion, does not believe in God. So did the pygmies, their brains gathering under the lake's electrical storm. But God somehow liked Clifford Van Dyke anyway, or maybe it was because he now held Dr. Franklin's key. Orson Welles, this is where I came in, I heard him say, although it seemed he was here until the credits came to an end. A lengthy list of laurels in his day. And then he was tucked away too young, and then too old. Heavied in the pile, not that I wanted anything more from the man, it was his to produce black and white to the end. Submitted from an ardent and devoted fan. Like stepping into a film noir upon leaving on this day, I heard him say, "This is where I came in." A simple prayer for the common man. Oh Lord, hear my prayer for the common man. Calloused were once his vice grip hands. He rode shotgun against the prevailing winds. Stubbornness and recklessness were his sins. The common man. He lived his life sturdy and strong, sometimes right and sometimes wrong. The common man thrust his fist at wealth, beholden to no one but to he himself. God, what sins won't you forgive? Do you scratch a tally sheet for the minutes we live? 'Tis not for all of us or me to say. How the common man spent his days. Repentance and forgiveness never escape scalding embers. When will the likes of him be soon remembered? Never stared down by the likes of mortal men. It was that stranger death that did him in. They bought the box and nailed the lid until his powerful hands lay resolute and still. He is the man who broke with the dawn, destined for toil from the day he was born. The common man. Oh Lord, I say to you in earnest, this is the mighty man who ran the mighty race. He sweat, he bled, he worked at an ungodly pace. A man who staggered but refused to fall. The common man, he wasn't so common after all. Being a boy. I hold your tiny hands in mine, skin soft and smooth, I look into your brown eyes, glistening and happy too. Someday you'll be a man, and that one small tooth will be part of a perfect smile. Your short dark hair will be straight. The tender new little face will have a beard to shave. Sounds will be sentences as the crawling infant becomes a man. I'll hold those little hands. Many years are yet to come in between the baby and the man. It's all wonder and joy. It's the time for a boy to be a boy. Electric Lydia. Electric Lydia's is at it again here running all over town, falling up, falling down. She fell on her bum. Now, that was really dumb. Yes, that's what I said. And just last night, she twice fell out of bed. It's quite problematic. Her hair swirls and flies in static. Did she plug in her finger? Did she plug in her toes? Or did she plug in her nose? She's electric. Electric painting circles, concentric, mixing the pixels betwixt and between her hair was alive. A splendid, magnetic dance as through the airport she pranced. And when at last Electric Lydia ate pizza, she was fed. Electric Lydia went off to bed. The man in my corner. The man in my corner watches me move. In fighting the fight, winning the win to prove that I danced the life dance on a canvas framed by rope, slipping and sliding down the snowy slope. The Crab Nebula Chromatic was once a shining star, now just a celestial remnant like the man who set the bar. Ursa Major is fixed north, above the frosted hill atop the mountain. The man in my corner is standing with me still. And still they come forever. Through the trees comes the lost twilight. The Dakota monolith looms by day and night, an eternal reminder where the stairway rises to the fatal endeavor, death past the millennium onward toward forever across the way in Central Park. The stone circle housed mementos and crayon sketches. Just a semblance of him is what they are fetching. Strawberry droppers gather from afar, hoping Johnny will strum the acoustical guitar, and still they come. The steady pilgrimage to unstitch what was done, and still they come. And still they come. A tribute to Whitney. Endless wonders never wonder when snarling vipers take hold. How sweet the sound she sang, so saintly beyond earthly bounds. Some of us, joyful girl, are denied the gift of growing old when demons enter the innocent like vulture-sniffing hounds. caught in the grip of the money-hungry, power-grabbing whores. With false praise and caring, those fakers wailed all night long. The cultural minions sent their fallen idols to heaven's door, but that sweet, sweeping, cascading sound was plundered, banished, no more. The foaming wake, Gary's gone. I want to watch the foaming wake and hasten aft along moistened rail, to behold the pathway's eternal trail. 'Tis an errant dream, an oft-repeated mistake. I want to watch the foaming wake. The world was circumpolar, electric blue deep and undisturbed, now rippled and crawling with windy breaches as the capped ethereal sadly beseeches the never-ending, surrounding lake cut by a paving, flailing wake. I want to watch the foaming wake back less than a measured nautical mile, where I last saw your certain smile at that demarcation where a slosh churns to brine your words echo in and out of time. You have departed distant and reposed beyond the wake where nobody goes. We are all drawn closer to that edge where the sea recycles and starts again, and dreams and understanding suspiciously blend. The ship is steady on its charted course yet. In the equatorial skies bursts a silent thunder. Your life has been swept asunder. Oh, how my heart aches and aches. I want to watch the foaming wake. Child of mine, they keep you hidden from my view. In the shadows, in my mind, child of mine, I want to grasp your little hand and take you home. I've waited and contemplated over all the years, child of mine, in the shadows. Tell me that it's time to be safe and here with me. Leave the shadows and come home, oh child of mine. Sleep, baby boy. Blue Bear has done his job snuggled in your tiny arms, as the music box escorts you off to the land of nod days are long for baby boy, chirping out a continuous song, mommy and daddy filled with joy. Sleep, baby boy, all night long. You'll awake to life in front of you. Always the best boy, I'm sure busy, baby boy crawling, turning and smiling too. Then it's time to close those big brown eyes, Blue Bear tucked right by your side. Safe and sound, loved and loved. Sleep, baby boy, all night long. Birthday. Not that I remember the day. I quietly slipped into the room. At first was blur and strewn with light. Dark and sometimes doom color and sounds happily paving the way. Flowering upward from that original day. Wind the clock, Ken. Ken, listen for the chimes. The pointed hands no longer climb. Did you know that time has stopped again? It must be 10, but then again it could be 3 or 4 p.m. The brass shell has a spotty shine. Perhaps it's 11. Just wind the clock, get going. Ken, oh yes, the clock is an heirloom. Yes, I know from France at the century's beginning the metal key is worn and thinning. But Ken, the clock's not running. A wedding gift of sculptured glass placed precisely within the solid brass. From another time and place with intricate roses feathered on a porcelain face, he finally pulled open the hidden door, reflecting on the mantle the fires roar. Today they think it queer to place a clock key securely in a gear. I hear numerous, bunched up striking chimes. He pushes the pendulum back and forth. The mercury-filled tubes make it go, making up for all the time that's lost. On this winter's eve, it's hard to believe time is restored. Time is snared. And by the far side, Ken's asleep in the chair. Simple he lived and simple he died. Stubborn and strong, devoted and true, each man is given his sum to work and work upon, given a choice from what he has and what he has done as life unfolds. For 80 years he faced each day in a way only he could see, in a way only he could be. Simple he lived and simple he died. So bright he shone behind are the seeds the man has sown. He died simple and true, that simple man that we all knew. On Regalo de Dios comes destiny, the baby's cry, but I cannot see. En la grande isle es un árbol de araucaria. My journey was long from the distant land, for God has entrusted his future in my hands wrapped in linen cloth. With a mass of raven hair wonders, am I dreaming he is here? I feel his warmth, I feel the life within. Like a mighty sunrise, a new day begins. The tiny infant will become the man. Grounded in truth and perseverance he will stand. He will fight the fight with all his being. Un regalo de Dios. Un regalo de Dios. Heaven's gate. The gates of heaven open and angels sing when I hear your joyful tune. A grasp for the eternal perfect bliss, if for but a moment's fleeting wish. Melodic structures, yet freely flowing. Pure is the soothing sound you bring. The gates of heaven open and angels sing. Sun through rain. Baby tears. What went wrong? When you were sitting there, laughing out loud atop your high chair, laughing while crying like the sun casting rays through the rains below. As the sunlight plays on autumn leaves, you giggle, you cry baby tears. What went wrong? The children, when we were young, alongside us in school, day by day, way back then, names and faces commonplace. Week after week, way back then, they were a part of our lives, a world within a world, year after year, way back then. An innocence shrouded their pristine faces, and we never saw them again. The mighty fortune, saving up pennies, nickels, and dollars, seeing a fortune grow taller and taller, watching interest vastly accrue, spending nothing on things to do, an investor in bonds. So to speak, seems the market has reached its peak, a runaway tide of dividends lost bankrupt. Throughout and across, I've been putting it all away. Cashing receipts for my pay, stirring up a mighty magnificent mess, amassing a fortune in loneliness. Mr. Salt and Mr. Brine dined on dainty dirt and elderberry wine until their two shiny heads began to spin. Said Mr. Salt, by golly, the sudsy tides come in, and the horizon, she's within our reach. So they tiptoed around the bathtub ring to the beach. What a day for cotton clouds, said Mr. Brine. Let's see what we cannot find. They turned to each other in a genuine fit of two because the sky and ocean were finally matching blue, said Mr. Salt to Mr. Brine. Pour me a puffy glass of sea. Oh, no, said the huffy Mr. Brine. That glass of sea is me. No, I insist the sea is me, said Salt, breaking a breaker. They shook their clammy hands, and it was a deal. All the wet water in the gargantuan world they would steal. At the summer solstice, in a Model T, they skidded in the sand. With a stratospheric straw, they drove away from Disneyland, because matey 7 seas are so much fun to defund. Ahoy, 2 heads are always better than 1 at one. The belated birthday. I forgot. Yes, I forgot. Okay, I forgot. Okay. Birthday wishes expressed for naught. Damn it, I forgot. Yes, I forgot. Yesterday I forgot. And the day before I forgot. Not even a casual thought. At least since last year. I forgot. Yes, I forgot. Yawn. Happy birthday from a humbling stumbler. Apologies for being the prefect birthday bumbler. My spin cycle was set on rumble tumbler. Yes, only I am to blame for candles without flame. Such shame. A birthday forgotten just the same. Is it a wonder I would perform such a blunder? That I, the master of Dumbler, and Dumbler should construct a such crushing crumbler? From the depth of this stumbling fumbler, come the words ever so humbler. With conviction and vibe, I say. Happy belated birthday. Yawn. 3 days passed. I truly lost my way, I say, okay? I did, categorically, undeniably, irresponsibly, so happy birthday. I really mean it, I do. Yawn, as I hang my head the rest of the day. Mumbling. Happy birthday, happy birthday. The man across the church. The man across the church is standing there still adjoining the choir like a silent whippoorwill. The man across the church arrived. Every week, his presence before God for his soul to keep. The man across the church is white-haired with no panache. He strides in shorts, silently, and has a full-curled mustache. From where he came and from whence he went bore no resemblance to why he was sent. He entered young when the church was first built. God's terrible swift sword is best grasped by the hilt. The man across the church had dark hair and upright posture. With years ahead, it was a strength to life he fostered. Why should I stop to care? That the man across the church is always there. Faith in God and forgiven human sins foretell not the presence of the man, but the presence within. Who is who? 24/7's, oh God, the rumbling treadmill never stops. Didn't the newspaper ad tell her this was a thankless job? Running the daily marathon until she twists off the light. Her eyes open, ceiling wide. Wait, is everyone all right? Who snuggles in the middle of the night? Who arrives to help you fight the fight? Who picks you up whenever you fall down? 24/7, she's always around. When you speak or sing or boast, she listens. And when she is proud of you, her eyes glisten. If you veer away, she stands firm with arms folded. 24/7, she'll always love you. She has real work and helps with homework. Who walks the dog and shovels the snow? Her hugs are free, just like her smiles. And the songs she sings all the while. Who cleans the house and cooks the meals? Who checks your forehead to see how you feel? Who is there to guide you through life's storms? The one and only, the indisputable, the undeniable, the stupendous Mom. Did I leave anything out? The Nightingale's Song. The Nightingale's song faded within the sunset's golden glow. How beautiful her perfect nightingale song was. How wondrous was the exotic, quixotic, sonorous night. Perched hidden above as the balmy breezes flow. Deep in the woods hers, a sweeping, majestic, and lofty forever flight. Heartless winter will advance, deep and colder. Her essence, that luminescent presence in the dark. Where the quiet snow resides, fixed eternal in my heart. Season after season as I grow older. Deep in the woods, that faraway longing, until I, too, will depart.